The abhorrent racism.
Like, how can you not love that? Like, how can you not, as a fan of the game, fall in love with that energy? Fall in love with those vibes right there. Like, those vibes.
At Wembley.
Immaculate.
In the final.
What is going on, guys? It is JJ here, back with a new video today. Once again, today we're going to take a look at the best moments from Euro 2020. I think this will probably be one of the last videos that we do for Euro 2020. Just kind of wraps up the whole tournament, obviously with it being over now. Italy ended up going out and getting a victory, and England made it all the way there. And I mean, what other big stories of the tournament besides, obviously, the run by Denmark, the fall of, I think, the golden generation of Belgium. I think the entire fall of that entire generation of Belgium is extremely tragic and extremely unfortunate. The fall of France to Switzerland, of all teams, as well, Germany losing to England in just regular time. Which I think Germany have an amazing future. Serge Gnabry, Timo Werner, Kai Havertz was phenomenal in the tournament. Pedri, the rise of Pedri. He's going to be playing in the Olympics, and he played in the Euros, started all of the Euro games, and played for Barcelona all season. Like, the man is going to, oh my goodness, I feel so bad for him. And then the 2022 World Cup, he's going to be playing again. So I don't know if they're going to give him a break next summer or what. But the rise of Pedri is another one. And honestly, the completeness of Italy. They proved that they were the better team. They were the best team at the tournament. But today we're going to take a look at the best moments of Euro 2020. You guys got to let me know your thoughts on them down in the comments below. And let's get into the video. As well, guys, you'll find the original video just down in the description below.
Euro 2020 was unlike any tournament we've seen before.
London, Glasgow,
11
Rome,
host cities,
Munich,
half-empty stadiums, and 1 year later.
However, Bucharest, St. Petersburg. Jesus, I did not realize there were that many locations for Euro 2020. I knew for sure about the ones in Italy and England, but that was it, right?
It was a difficult period for the entire world. It was a welcome return.
I mean, this was just the beginning, yeah.
This tournament had a bit of everything. Inspiring minnows, the return of passionate atmospheres, dramatic finishes, an underdog story, football coming home, and an Italian team that triumphed, while inverting 100 years of footballing tradition in the process. Euro 2020 was incredible, but here are a few of our favorite bits.
Euro 2020.
The newcomers.
It was a tournament for the ages. One of my favorite tournaments I still think of all time. Not necessarily just for like the home. I think it was the fans, the return of fans. I feel like all of the extraneous circumstances, there was one big picture from Euro 2020, and that's it. It's that football was back. The actual sport itself was back. Like, we hadn't gotten to enjoy anything in several months, and Euro 2020 was finally just let it go.
This tournament saw debuts for both Northern Macedonia and Finland. While Finland's first win will always be remembered for Eriksson's collapse, both countries had their moment on the international stage. The scenes of Finnish fans giving their flags to shield the stretcher from the crowd, and subsequent solidarity from fans throughout the continent, is something that will always be remembered. On the Northern Macedonian side, Goran Pandev scoring his country's debut tournament goal against Austria at the age of 37
goal was pretty sick, you know. It actually was
a moment
sick.
that his countrymen will never forget.
He scored two, didn't he? He scored 2 goals, I'm pretty sure. North Macedonia.
The return of fans. Unsurprisingly, the best.
Fans truly are the heart of football. If that is not the truth, I don't know what else you would consider the truth. It just made everything so much better.
Played in front of full capacity crowds. In Hungary's opening games against France and Portugal, the atmosphere was electric. Despite fringe elements of Hungary's ultras exposing some of the persisting issues with racism and homophobia in football, the atmosphere at the was legendary throughout the tournament. The stadium also played home
to
the
Germany fans through that, shown through that.
The perfect showcase for the suspense of international football. That same day, in the match between France and Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo cemented himself as the leading men's international goal scorer. Special mention also goes to the Scotland fans, as 20,000 of them traveled down to London and absolutely took over the city.
Oh my god,
the Tartan Army
I love the Scotland fans.
Helping clean up Leicester Square
the Tartan
after a long
Army.
day of drinking and celebrating.
Didn't have much to celebrate, but something.
Sadly though, the game showed that we're not out of the woods of this pandemic yet, as 2,000 fans reported catching COVID-19 upon returning from London.
Really? 2,000 fans? Is this just from The Scotland game, or just like
The
from
best match
leaving
day in
in
recent
general?
memory. The day provided 14 goals, opening with Switzerland's elimination of current world champions France, and swiftly followed by a 5-3 victory of Spain over Croatia. The internet was in meltdown as two European heavyweights bowed out of the
France and
competition.
Croatia leaving in the same day.
The Danish journey. United by unthinkable tragedy, a team of
The
brothers
Danish
who stood
story is
arm
the
in
best
arm,
one, I think,
fronted
of
by
it.
the ultimate leader.
You wanted to see them go through
Simon
so
Cowell.
bad.
What looked like a nightmare tournament at the start for the 1992 European champions quickly turned into a dream, as the team rallied around Christian Eriksen's dramatic heart failure to produce one of the greatest in-tournament turnarounds
Andreas,
of all time.
Simon
After
Kjaer,
losing the first two
Højbjerg,
matches, they scored
Damsgaard.
4 against Russia and
That
Wales.
whole squad,
respectively.
like, you could not tell me that whole squad was not united essentially around the common cause. Like, that is the definition of playing for the badge, playing for the shirt, is what Denmark did. What they were able to do, not only to get out of that group, to beat Russia on the final day, but the knockout rounds
Then
as well.
eliminated the Czech Republic, eventually falling out to England after what many thought was a harsh penalty awarded against them in extra time. Overall, Denmark became the world's second team, and the spirit surrounding the side became emblematic of the values that football is meant to
Imagine
promote.
plucky underdog Denmark versus Italy in the
cannot
final. It would have been
Spain.
amazing.
Spain came into the tournament far from being considered one of the favorites. Luis Enrique called up a team without a single player from Real Madrid, and the mood surrounding the team was skeptical to say the least. However, despite the slow start with initial ties to Sweden and Poland, they made it all the way to the semis. Tied with Italy for most goals in the competition, and were number one with possession at 67% and pass accuracy at
Spain,
89%.
the resurgence of Spain is
It seems
real.
that the great tradition of
Pedri
passing
is a
Barcelona
big part of
midfielders
it. Morata,
from Guardiola
yeah,
to
he
Luis
fluffed it
Enrique,
up a lot,
from
but-
Iniesta to Xavi, from Fabregas to Busquets.
I think,
has
yeah,
now
I think
welcomed
the Pedri
The 18-year-old
resurgence,
completed
or not
429
resurgence,
out of
emergence.
465 of his passes at a 92% accuracy.
18 years old. Jesus. Danny Olmo,
Spain have
too,
proved
I thought was
that
so
even
good
one of the
throughout the
weakest players on
tournament.
paper,
Phenomenal.
they're still a point of reference when it comes to possession football.
Like, if you look at that team, besides Laporte, who do you consider, like, class? I love Azpilicueta, but he has his moments, and he played right back for the majority of the tournament because Carvajal wasn't there. Jordi Alba, you could maybe consider one of the best in the world at his position. Everyone else, hit and miss. But Pedri just shone through.
Increíble.
He was so good.
England. An international football tournament
England.
finally returned to English soil for the first time in 25 years, and the team
First
did not
tournament in 25 years at home.
Its
And,
coming home mania swept the nation as England fans found a renewed sense of belief and support in their national team. They won their group without conceding a single goal, beat Germany, which if you know England, it means a lot, destroyed the Ukraine in Rome. But for English fans, there will always be that moment where Kane's late winner against Denmark ended their semi-final hoodoo in front of more than 60,000 fans at Wembley. In the final, they fell short, but the noise after that first Shaw goal is something that Three Lions fans will never forget. The abhorrent racism.
like, how can you not love that? Like, how can you not, as a fan of the game, fall in love with that energy? Fall in love with those
in front of
vibes
more
right
than
there.
60,000
Like, those
fans
vibes.
at Wembley. In
Immaculate.
the final, they fell short, but the noise after that first Shaw goal is something that Three Lions fans will never forget. The abhorrent racism that was exposed after Saka, Sancho, and Rashford missed their penalties.
Yeah,
led
it's
to
just
an
the end of
outpouring
it. The end of the
transcending
tournament for
division.
England
A positive sign
was
of
ugly.
changing
It was a little
times in the
ugly,
culture
but
around
it was
English
only
sport,
some.
and a young
Only
national
some.
team that seems destined for eventual
Fingers crossed
greatness.
on that.
Italy. Mamma mia Italia. A ragtag
Italia.
bunch of relatively unknown players who had previously failed to qualify for the 2018 World Cup, playing in a style that seemingly went against 100 years of Italian footballing philosophy. They had the English playing with 5 in the back against them at Wembley. Italy won that final with 66% possession. A national project that looked hopeless 5 years ago is now at the top of the world, with 33 consecutive matches unbeaten.
Look at that
From an
fans.
antagonistic perspective,
Nutty.
they came to Wembley,
I mean,
lifted
Italy
up
in
against the
general.
hosts, and football came to Rome. On the other hand,
Love
it was
the
the
story
third
of
consecutive
Mancini and
time in
Vialli as
Euros
well.
that the home team that reached the final lost. But what Italians will remember most is the way in which this incredible group of players came together and gave a country a reason to celebrate again after a particularly difficult experience with COVID-19. Chiellini and Bonucci.
I think that's the entire point of the Euros in general. It gave you time to get away. Like that's what the sport does in general. And like it gives you time to actually go back in retrospect and think about, like that's why national teams are so perfect, because it doesn't matter, like the club play, the intercity play, doesn't matter. We're all one nation, all one country, united under one cause to see your team succeed and to enjoy the sport. That gives you a break away from the dreadful year I feel like that everyone had. And that's why the Euros were amazing. The Euros were phenomenal in that regard. And I'm going to miss it. I really am going to miss the Euros. Maybe this may not be the last Euro video. We may have some more fan videos. Let me know your guys' favorite moment from Euro 2020. Let me know your favorite moment. COVID-19 story, or not COVID-19, Copa 90 stories though. Phenomenal on this video. I think an amazing video, and I think an amazing time in general. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on this. I'll catch you guys for another video. Peace.